What's up YouTube, Joseph here, and as I promised, the long-awaited deck profile. I do want to apologize actually before I get into the deck profile, I want to thank everyone for your patience. I have been MIA for probably a month now in terms of video making, and that's simply because I'm going through some situations where I don't have the time to do a lot of what I wanted to or used to, so unfortunately, I'm making do with what I have and time and resources that I do in order to get you guys at least one video out that I promised. And I wanted to do the deck that I was hinting at. This is pretty much a deck that's still a work in progress because this is only version 1. The second version will not be done or finished till we actually get the structure deck for this archetype, which is pretty much Performer Pals, Performer Mages. Or in the OCG, they're called EMEN. My deck, I like to call it 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. Pretty much, they're a play on words. Performer Pal, Performer Mage, 2 p.m. And then the Performer Mage, Performer Pal, and the Pendulum Monsters, 3 p.m. Pretty much just an analysis in the plays on those words. In the TCG is how I came up with the deck. What I do like about the deck itself is that it is budget friendly as hell. You can easily pick up 3 structure decks and there's your deck right there. Or you can pick up the commons and rares from the sets that came before the structure deck and you're pretty much set. Your spells and traps are pretty much staples, and some decks don't even run the traps, you just run massive spells. Here in the CCG, we have a lot limited options due to the fact that we don't have cards like Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Feather Duster, stuff like that, but we do have our Dark Holes, right? Gatekeys. We still have a ton of monsters we can still use in generic setups. So with all that said and done, let's get into the deck profile. For the first P, the Pendulum, the Performer Pals, I'm running triple Silver Cry, pretty much the beard of the Performer Pals, and gives additional attack to Performer Pal monsters while he's in the Pendulum Zone. And then when he attacks, he gives additional attack. 300 to all your Performer Pal monsters that are on the field until the end of the battle phase. Camel Hump is a attack and defense reducer. He reduces the attack of the monster that destroyed him by battle and sent him to the graveyard that turn. Then in addition, when he's in Pendulum Zone, he can target one of your monsters, make that monster do piercing damage, and then your opponent's monsters lose 800 defense when that monster attacks you. This is my 2 scale, and my 5 scale comes from Silver Cry. A lot of these monsters won't be in 3 p.m. because 3 p.m. offers a lot more options. So that is something that I do want to point out before I continue on. A lot of these monsters won't be in here when I get the structure deck stuff. Next is Lizard Draw, pretty much here for draw power, and is the highest scale in the deck, which is 6. So my 2, my 5, and then my 6 is pretty much from the Performer Pals. Alright, on to my Performer Mages. I'm running triple Plush Fire to pretty much special summon some of the mages from the deck. He can't summon himself, which is perfectly fine. His scale is that if his ability while he's in the Pendulum Zone is if a Performer Mage monster was destroyed, you can special summon him from the Pendulum Zone, but he takes 500. With monsters like Trapeze Magician, that extra damage won't be taken, which I'll get into when I get to the extra. So that's the Plush Fire. Of course, the standard setup is for this deck in terms of the other Performer Mages. 2 Performer Mage Trick Clown, followed by 2 Damage Juggler, and then triple Hat Tricker for your pretty much your standard rank 4 setups. Alright, so that is the Performer Mages. Now for the supporting cast, we have triple Gigabyte, we have double Archfiend Eater Nefariousness, and we have double Anari Fire. Pretty much these guys are here to help with the spellcaster engine, being able to be special summon Blood Control spellcaster, which we have a ton of. Gigabyte being able to put one of these 2 on the board. If you put an Ari Fire and have Airmalik in the graveyard, Airmalik can Archfiend Eater can destroy an Ari Fire. An Ari Fire will come back during your next standby phase while you have Archfiend Eater on board, so you can set up for some even more rank 4 plays. Okay, that's the spellcaster supporting cast. On to the remaining cast. We have triple Kage to Kage for more rank 4 plays. Followed by that is one Photon Thrasher for an easy summon. And then we have 1,000 Blades. I did want to keep the origin of Clown Blade still in here. And I decided to put in the 1,000 Blades. If I get 2 Assault Halberds, they would be in here as well. But unfortunately, Rhoda was hit on the list, so I did have to cut my limit to how many warriors I was running. So I decided to run these 2. I can run the Assault Halberds. I know they search for heroic monsters, or it is pretty much their ability to keep the heroics circulating. So if I did find a chance, I could put some in here. Alright, so that's pretty much the monsters. There's no traps. I decided to do a trapless version of this deck. So it's strictly spells from here on in. These spells are pretty much generic. There's no, you can pretty much just randomize on how you want to play your deck or your version of it. So with that said and done, the spells. We have triple NST because this deck needs to deal with back row. 2 Potted Dichotomy to recycle a large portion of your monsters so you can have them for later on. 2 Supply Squad. This pretty much just synergizes with the Gigabyte, the Air Mullet, and the Archfiend Eater, and the Anari Fire. I call it Air Mullet because, of course, it's pretty much that monster just in a higher form and having an effect. For my standalones, I have 1 Raigeki, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Reinforcement of the Army, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Book of Moon. Alright, so that is the spells. It's pretty much the main deck, 41 in total. For the extra deck, which is pretty much a self-explanatory scenario of its own, we have double Trapeze Magician. You can get into these with any number of spellcasters. Trapeze Magician, like I said earlier, your mages are gonna, well, let's go back just a minute. I did say there's a reason why if you have Trapeze Magicians on board, that stuff like Plush Fire won't hurt you, and that's because of his ability, which is attack strength. Depending on how much attack he has, damage that's equal to or less than will not be taken. And then if he's destroyed, you can search your deck for, into your possession or by opponent's card inside the graveyard. You can search summon a performance mage from your deck, so you can keep the mages coming, even though he leaves the field. And it's a great combination with performance Trick Clown. Having Clown and then having another spellcaster, and he's going to this guy. Helps deal with a lot of burn cards as well. Next, 2 King of the Feral Imp, just to search for your reptiles. Gigabyte, Kage to Kage, and Lizard Draw. 1 Downer Magician for the spellcasters. 1 Blade Armor. I'm only running 2 Warriors. If I ever did get into them and they happen to be in play, this is what I go for. 1 Castel. 1 Dweller to deal with Graveyard. 1 Cowboy for burn. 1 Maestroke. This was supposed to be someone else, but just off the rush of this video, I decided to put in Maestroke. I was going to put in some rank 3s to help with the Lizard Draw, but I decided not to do that because I didn't figure Lizard Draw would never actually appear on the field, and if he did, it probably wouldn't be for too long because I'd use his ability to draw off of. But Maestroke's in here just as a standalone herself. 1 Caragorgon, the Untitled Innocent Knight. The Assist Dweller, 1 Racidian Berserk. 1 Silent Anarch. 1 Ragnar Zero. And 1 Masquerade. If I had Ouroboros or Delceros, they would be in here as well, just to fit along the whole multiples of 3 monsters. I do like him because he can help during the battle phase with his abilities. Alright guys, so that's pretty much the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy. Do thank you for your patience in waiting for this deck profile, and hopefully I have more up soon. So, till next time you guys, this is Woodeye Extreme. signing out. Take care, everyone.